Good afternoon.
You're right at
Good
the
afternoon.
Hello, ciao.
I wanted to correct you, just something you said on in your English. You said there was a heavy rain. Okay.
Yes, there was a heavy rain.
Don't use the article.
There was heavy rain.
Heavy rain. You can say there was heavy rainfall. Okay.
Okay.
But not a heavy rain. It's like there was heavy snow. You don't say there was a heavy snow. Okay. Maria, how are you?
Fine.
Good.
It's boiling hot today.
Yeah.
It's not boiling hot here, and my daughter and husband and grandkids and their granny, my ex, are all enjoying themselves in Spain in 33 degrees, no doubt on the beach, sitting round the swimming pool, drinking cocktails. I shall no doubt see photos of it later to make me jealous.
Yes. You sound jealous, yes.
I am jealous. It has been an absolutely rotten summer here in the UK.
Rotten.
Rotten, okay? We don't need to talk about weather now for a minute, okay? I can say it's been a lousy summer, okay? Lousy is when you've got lice, you know, in a scratching, but we use that for me meaning very bad. But you can say it's been rotten. It's been truly awful. And so much rain. And even when we had one short period when the temperatures went up to the high 20s, and then everyone moans, not me, moans, M-O-A-N-S, complains, it's too hot, I can't cope, you know. You know, I don't mind. I mean, of course, I've lived in Italy, but I've lived in Southeast Asia. I'm used to the hot weather, so we're never satisfied. But at other times, like today, 21's okay. I can just wear like t-shirt, but it's not. I wouldn't be sunbathing in it. All right. I know in Europe you've had it's kind of been too hot, but I'd have liked it. The problem is in countries like where May lives, I assume it's like that in Myanmar. If I wanted to go out sunbathing, I couldn't do it when I had a garden because it was too humid. The only time I would do it was when I was staying in a hotel and I had a pool.
Mm.
So I could have, as an expression for you, I could take a dip. Okay, yeah. I could take a dip in the pool. I could go in the pool. Tanya, hi.
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
I hope you can hear me better this day.
Yeah.
I have changed the gadget.
Yeah, it sounds good. It sounds good. And Eva, yeah. Okay.
I see. Hi.
My gosh,
Hi.
a lot. Come on, Milena. Come on, you, Lady Milena. A long time.
Hello.
Hello. Nice to see you back after your holidays. Right. So we can get started quick. Just very quickly, say who you are and where you're from. Some of you have met each other. Some of you haven't. Nice lot of you here today. All right. Alma?
I'll kick off, right? Well, I live in Italy, in Rome specifically. Currently teaching and tutoring teens in English grammar and vocabulary mainly. Married with a 90-year-old son who is currently gallivanting in the USA.
Gallivanting.
Gallivanting in
Valerio.
Right, yes, exactly. Good.
Good word that for everyone. Gallivanting. Okay.
Yes.
We usually use it in a fun way. All right. Is gallivanting all over the world. You know, he's traveling. He is I think when I was in Italy, people used to what did they used to call me?
Girovagando. girando, girovagando.
No, I don't know. It's like a wayfarer. There was something else. It's because I traveled a lot, moved. Vagabondo.
Vagabondando. It's
Vagabond.
okay, the
Yeah.
gerund, vagabondando.
I mean,
Yes.
vagabond in English doesn't mean the same thing. Have you got a similar? Are you laughing, Armando? Have you got a similar word in Spanish? Vagabondo. Oh, no. Yeah.
Yes, that's quite similar. And the only exception could be on the spelling, because it is with U, vagabundo.
Right, but a
Vagabondo.
vagabond in English
Mhm.
is not. It doesn't mean the same thing as well. I mean, it's not often used these days, really.
No,
find
but actually, if you use this word in Spanish, I think it can have a kind of negative connotation.
But it could be
If you
here.
could say, for example, that the person is a vagabond, maybe that the person doesn't have a job or something.
Maybe they were joking with me. Maybe they were they were taking the piss out of me then. Okay, because this was my friends, basically, the vagabond, because it means someone who's kind of poor, carrying all his possessions on him, begging on the streets. All right, Alma. So May, your turn. Tell us who.
Hello, I'm May from Myanmar, and nice to meet you. I think we have met. Some of you have already met me.
Right. Armando is not on the beach.
No, I'm at home. Yeah. Yeah, but of course studying. Yeah, hello. Well, some of the faces are familiar to me. Good to see you again. And I work. I help some teachers in a language academy here in my hometown. I live in Spain, Galicia specifically, and the city is Coruña, which is by the sea. Beautiful city, by the way. Welcome anytime.
You're making me jealous as well. Maria Trapasso, your turn.
I live in Italy, in the south of Italy. Also my town is by the sea, and as I said before, today is boiling hot. And what else?
That's enough for the moment. Angela. I say Angela, but
Angela.
Go on.
I'm Angela. I'm from Italy, from the south part of Italy, in Sicily. I come from Sicily. I'm a teacher. I love having conversation with people coming from different countries in the world. I think I am a friendly person, even if I'm not very talkative. I think English isn't.
What do you mean, even if you're not talkative? You're always talking.
Sometimes I'm a little bit shy, but
You're Italian, and
it depends. It depends on the people. I don't know what.
All right, the president of my fan club is here, Eva.
Thanks, Steve. It was very nice of you. So my name is Eva, and I'm from the Czech Republic. And our town is called Břeclav. It's quite hard to pronounce it because it's Břeclav. And this town is situated in the very south of Moravia. Moravia is a part of Czech Republic, and it borders with Slovakia and Austria.
It borders with, yeah, it borders on. Borders on. I'm not sure about it borders with. Yeah, it's okay. It doesn't matter.
It's horrible prepositions. Okay. I'm here to improve my rusty English.
Borders with. Yeah, it's okay. Borders on. You-
And me, Italian, because I forgot to tell you that I study Italian, the language that I love. Io studio italiano, ma livello è...
Cheers.
I lived in Italy for four years, and my Italian is still crap. It's terrible.
Right.
You know, I
So
don't.
we're gonna organize a flip class where the Italian team here, which is quite strong today, We lead on with
some lessons, some Italian lessons.
When I was out in
Why
Malaysia,
not? Why not? Yeah. Count me in.
when I was in Malaysia, when I first went out there, I was doing teacher training. I'm going back some 14 years now. I really wanted to go back to Italy. And I had an interview on the phone with the University of Cagliari. And part of it had to be in Italian. And I managed. It was okay. I mean, I never use a foreign language when I'm teaching anyway. But then there were various instructions about what you had to do technically to actually teach with them. So then I had a guy who did not speak any English who was trying to take me through it, and I just couldn't understand the bloody word he was saying. So I mean, I was accepted to teach there, but it was on a rota system, so I never went back. I stayed in Malaysia. I have been back. I've been to see my friends in Sardinia and in other places. Sorry, Tanya, tell us about you.
Yeah, so I see that the majority of our participants today are from Italy. I'm not. I'm from Ukraine. But because of the current situation in our country, so I moved to Germany. I live in Germany now, and I'm busy with the Ukrainian refugees, mainly women with kids, and some men as well. So I've got one group, and I'm going to have 2 more groups. Just for them to help a bit.
Are you teaching them English as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you've got a child, haven't you? Got a little boy, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm married. I've got a child. He's a 9. His name is. It was like difficult to pronounce, Nikita. So, but maybe you know the name Nikita. Maybe
Nikita.
it's more common.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we call it in Ukrainian, and it is written in the past, Nikita with M, and it's difficult here even for German people to pronounce it, and they pronounce it somehow Nikita because it's very difficult to pronounce, like very hard M. Yeah, so it's kind of difficult for them.
Well, I told you before. I was teaching a Ukrainian guy who was living in the States. He was living in America. He went there before the war started, and he was a scientist. And this company got me to do lessons with him, and it was a total. I failed completely because he was a lovely guy. He sent me this cowboy shirt, which he'd got, but he used to use his tablet. He wanted to talk about things which he wasn't capable of talking about. So he'd use his translator all the time. But anyway, the point was that his name was
Nikolai, was it?
Nikolai, but he called himself Nick. It was the same as you. Yeah. Right, I'm going to give you another expression here. I might have used this one before. I couldn't get my head round it. Do you know that? I couldn't get my
last time you told us.
Yeah, I told you that. Milena, I've missed you. Welcome back.
Oh, it's good to be back. Yeah.
Obviously had a lovely, and you come from
I'm Polish. I'm from Poland. I live in a village in central Poland, about 30 kilometers from Warsaw. I'm a teacher. I teach in secondary school, and I've got 3 sons.
And I laugh at Milena nicely, I hope, because her English accent is so ladylike. I call her Lady Milena. We've concluded it's because of the teachers she's had. They've all spoke in a very nice accent.
So, oh no, not all of them. No.
Well,
no. Well, definitely not all of them.
You see, you sounded so English when you said, no, not all of them.
But they taught me.
Just little phrases you come out with. To come out with is to say, you come out with something, you say, okay? Little phrases you come out with. You say, no, not all of them. It's that kind of accent, which sounds so and you at the bottom, Evelyn.
Hello, how are you guys?
I haven't seen you for ages.
Yes, I've been busy, yes, with work, so I couldn't make to the class.
All right. Have you grown your hair?
No.
It always looks maybe you have it tight around your head. It looks longer. And you're going to prove that it's not all Italians here because you are from
Argentina, South America. Yes, I live in Mendoza. Sorry, tell me.
No, I'm just going to say you spend your time drinking wine.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm from Mendoza, which is a province that is located 1,000 kilometers from the capital city. Yeah, that is Buenos Aires. And I enjoy drinking wine. Yes, if you want to learn about wine, please send me a message. We can have a chat. And
well, I take the Mickey out of her, which is a nicer way of saying taking the piss. To take the Mickey out, like a because she said she's a wine. They take it very seriously. She's a wine.
Okay. I see that all of you are wearing summer clothes. Yes, but here right now is snowing.
Really?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Gosh, Sean, mighty, yeah, we were talking about the weather earlier because nearly everyone's in hot weather. I mean, it's not so hot here. It's 21 and it's snowing.
Yes, it is snowing yesterday and today.
I never think of it. Gosh.
Yeah, because I live next to the mountains.
Oh,
maybe that's an explanation.
Can you ski in Argentina?
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Right, I'll come back to that later because we're going to talk about travel. Okay. Right, just let me get back to Armando because he wrote something out. Yeah, as May's just explained, chat, Armando, it's not get my head rounded, it's get my head around, or get my head round or around.
Around,
sometimes around and round are used interchangeably. Okay. So you can't get my head around, can't get my head round. I think more often than not, I miss the A off. Around. All right. What a nice turnout. Do you know what that means? What a nice turnout. Liva, do you understand what I'm saying? What a nice turnout. Tanya?
What you say, it turns out.
What a nice new direction, like the change of the topic when we are talking.
No,
it's more, I think, like a production of something. No, turnout is the production of maybe a factory that's to turn out.
The idea is what a nice turnout.
It's turnover, I think.
It's not. I'm saying turnout. What a nice turnout.
It means there's a lot of us here.
It's good attendance.
A lot of people are here.
Yeah.
What was the party like? Oh, there was a good turnout. It's often used about funerals. Oh, there was a good turnout to say goodbye to him. Yeah, but a good turnout, you know.
That we are a lot.
There's a lot of you. Okay. So it's a turnout. A turnout is a phrasal noun. It's taken from the phrasal verb to turn out. A lot of people turned out to see him leave. Turned out for his farewell do. When you talk about a farewell do, you're talking about a farewell party. Okay, so that's a turnout, and we do use it in other ways as well. This is the fun about phrasal verbs. It's turned out nice again. Now, we were talking about weather briefly earlier. This is a very British thing, okay? You know, we normally complain about the weather in Britain. You may go around, Very awful day, isn't it? I don't know. Well, if it's nice, you pass someone in the street. Good afternoon. Afternoon, hi. Turned out nice again, hasn't it? Turned out nice. It means that the weather's, suddenly nice. If someone turns out well at the end, it means that his performance turns out to be a good student in the end. Initially, he wasn't very good, but he turned out to be a good. Okay. I could say to who can I see a little bit of? I'll talk about Alma. Okay, Alma's got a nice turnout today. She's turned out nice. She's got this nice blue blouse on. You talk about someone turnout, Oh, you're going somewhere special. You look well turned out. So they've got turned out, and there's so many different meanings. Turnover is, well, a company's turnover is the money they're getting, not the profit. It's talking about that. But yeah, you turn over in bed. You turn over a new leaf. What does that mean?
Change direction, change.
Yeah, a bit more specifically than that. Evelyn?
Turn leaf is like move from, take another decision, change your life in some way.
Okay.
From the very beginning, begin something.
Yeah, you're a bad guy. You turn over a leaf, you leave. You're going to be, you're going to be good. You drink too much. You turn over and you leave. What does a turn off mean?
Turn off the light.
Switch off.
No, you can't use that you can use that as a phrasal verb, not as a phrasal noun. You can't say the lights need a turn off. You might say, I need to turn the lights off.
A turn off is, for example, you're expecting maybe a movie to be exceptional, and then you start watching and say, well, the actor is terrible. So what a turn off, or something like that.
No, I wouldn't use it in that case. All right, you're near. All right, because you're trying to say you turned off the money. The thing.
No, really, like the disappointment. It's a turn off.
Right. If it's a turn off, it means it puts you off, right? So you're nearly there, but it's like let's imagine you've got a really fat. I'm thinking of someone in particular here. Actually, he wasn't fat, but he was big, and he used to wear these very small swimming briefs. Okay. Not that I'm into men anyway, but it was a real turn off. It was off-putting. Okay, the smell of that cheese is
disgusting.
It's disgusting. Yes, it's a turn off. The way she speaks, her accent. And I'm not really talking about foreign accent here. I'm thinking of some British accents, actually, that I hear. Okay. The way she speaks is a real turn off for me. I'm a bit of a snob sometimes. She's kind of a real turn off. What are you laughing at the bottom, Evelyn? I can see you're always grinning. Right. Okay. Well, we've covered a lot already without actually starting on one particular topic. Let's talk about your weekend. Tomorrow is Friday. What do we say on a Friday?
Have a nice weekend.
Yeah, but what do we always say? What do we say about Friday?
Thanks God it's Friday.
Yeah.
Thank God it's Friday.
Thanks God it's Friday, usually, Yeah.
TGIF. Okay.
Yes.
TGIF. Thank God.
TGIF. Yes. Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about plans for the weekend. Basically, what I want to hear you do Let's talk about plans. And we're talking about the future. We're talking about the near future. So, Milena, any idea what you'll do this weekend?
I'm going to meet a few people. My parents are coming, and my friend from previous work is coming to visit me. So there'll be people in my house.
Yeah. So for all weekend?
My parents will be on Saturday, and the friend will come on Sunday. So generally.
So you could say, you're going to have a full house.
You could say that, yeah.
And that's what we do. That's what we say, yeah. So I'm going to have a full house, and will that keep you busy? Will it keep you busy, Milena?
Yes, generally it will keep me busy. Yeah. I'll have to prepare some snacks, some dinner maybe, and
have you got enough accommodation for more?
Oh, they're not going to stay for the night.
You're not putting them up for the
No,
night.
I'm not. They live quite close, so it's just a short visit.
Did you get that one? You're not putting them up for the night. Okay.
Yeah,
not putting them up for the night. Tanya, what are your plans for the weekend? Do you have any?
Yes, I have. I hope it won't rain. Still, the weather forecast can change any minute here. I would like to meet with our friends. There is one more family. We are good friends, and she is Ukrainian women as well, so we can get together. So we're going to meet with two families together and go to their park. It's like a theme park for the kids to have fun together, and for us just it's interesting because she's also Ukrainian, so we have something in common,
What will you do if it's raining?
Well, I don't know, maybe we will get together at home at least.
Get together. Oh, yeah. So you don't on a very alternative bunch. You could always go in the rain, couldn't you? So you could say, well, providing it's not raining, that's one way you could say it. Okay. Providing it's not raining. Providing it's not. It's like if it's not, providing it's not raining. I'm hoping to get to with a friend, another Ukrainian who has a family, and we're going to go to a theme park so the kids can have fun, and we can have a good what? We can have a good, because you're both Ukrainian, we can have a good what? Could we say a good conversation? Give me a word for conversation.
Chat.
Yeah. Anything else?
Communicate, chat.
What did you say? Community, not community. We can have a good blah, 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 blah. What women like
Talk.
What women like to go? Yeah, well, a good talk.
Gossip.
Talk.
Well, a good gossip if you've got something to gossip about.
Gossip there.
A good.
I don't.
A good natter.
Natter.
Okay.
Natter. Could you spell it, please?
Natter.
Natter.
This is used in different ways. I put it on Facebook the other day. Who put it?
Yeah.
Oh, Alma put it there. Yeah, as well. Natter.
It means to talk, yeah?
It means to talk. It means to chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have a good. I think I put it on Facebook.
Yes. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
Yeah. Where I was brought up, it was also used in a different way, which I think it still is actually, and it would be used like this. You're worried about something, so you keep going on about the same thing. I'm sure we're going to be late. Someone would say to you, "Oh, stop nattering." we've got plenty of time to catch the train. Okay, so that's like a different meaning of it, but it does relate to chatting. You know, the going on about something. To go on about something. To go on with that one. To go on about something.
To continue.
It's to continue.
Continue.
Okay. Now you can say it can mean a positive thing. Okay, come on, let's go on to the next place. But if someone is going on about something, you're suggesting that they're talking about the same subject too much.
Keep on, same.
She just goes on and on. You can even add another on if you want. She just goes on and on and on. Okay, that Evelyn, once she starts talking, you can't stop her. You can't shut her up. She goes on and on and on. You can, because I like seeing you laugh, Evelyn. That's why I do this to you. She can talk She can talk what?
A lot.
She can talk the hind legs off a donkey. I told you that one before.
Mm-hmm.
Thought I'd done this recently somewhere. Hind is back. The hind legs of a donkey. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So just a
All right.
idiom. Why the origin of that, I have absolutely no idea. Okay, I really don't. No. Another one about talking a lot, which is not talk the hind legs off a donkey. Well, it can be used amusingly. I mean, I can to some extent talk the hind legs off a donkey. My sister certainly can once she starts talking to her on the phone. Lynn, I've got to go. Lynn, I really do have to go because she goes yap, talking, yap. So talk the hind legs off a donkey. You could talk about something till the cows come home. You can also use till the cows come home, which is a negative thing, not just about talk. You can keep asking me till the cows come home. I am not going to change my mind. All right. So Tanya's going to have a lovely time at the theme park. Are you going to go on any rides, Tanya?
Sorry?
Go on any rides?
I cannot get you, I'm sorry.
Right.
Right. Do you
Well, yes, my son is going to take part for sure, but I don't like it because I feel dizzy afterwards. That's why I usually do not participate. I just leave him alone to enjoy the process.
Right. Listen, if you're talking in English, well, the kind of English that you use there, conversational, but I do not participate. Now, that's really the wrong. It's very good English in one sense, okay, but it's not the way that I would say it about going into a theme park. You don't
take part. Take part.
Take part. Yeah. Now, take part would actually be better. Okay. Take part, but you don't take part. You take part in the football match, but you don't take part at the theme park, do you?
To be in.
Join.
I don't go on anything.
Join.
I don't join. I don't join them on the rides or something like that. The participation sounded. It just sounded a little. Yeah, you could say. I'm not into the thrills. Okay, I'm not into the thrills of, the Big Dipper, the roller coaster. We do have theme parks. It's a long time since the biggest one I ever went to was one in Florida. That was quite scary. But the scariest thing I ever did was to take you're talking about getting dizzy. My eldest daughter, when she was little, she enjoyed it. I didn't. But I was holding on to her so tight, and it was something called an octopus. As well as going round in a circle, the car was spinning round as well. And I thought my neck was going to come off. And I was holding on to Rebecca, tightly because I didn't want to lose her. And I felt sick. And she got off and said, "That was great, Daddy, thank you." Oh,
So true, you're.
oh, it wasn't for me. So yeah, so you can go and sit and have a coffee with your friend while the kids go on these.
Yeah, that's my cup of tea.
All right, your cup of tea. Evelyn, what are you going to do this weekend?
I have to plan a bachelorette's party. Yes, because one of my friend is getting married.
Right, you have to plan a bachelorette's party. That's a new word for it, right? We don't call it a bachelorette's party. In fact,
how do you say that?
Hen party?
Oh, what? Say it again.
Hen party? Hen.
Yes, you do. You're right. A hen party.
And I'm sure I have met a bachelorette's party a few times. Maybe it's an American
It might
word.
be an American thing. It might be
Yeah,
American.
I think so. Because I'm absolutely sure that I
know
I've been across it.
I've heard of the word. I've heard of bachelorette, but it's not an English thing. It's not a British English thing. It's a hen party. But I knew what you meant straight away because I'd heard of it. Yeah, they have them here, and the girls go out and they drink a lot. They seem to have got more sophisticated these days. My daughter-in-law, Grace, who's lovely, went on one. She's posting that all on Instagram, and they all had these similar outfits on. You know, they're dressed in the same way. They do things like that. They have a.
Yes.
Is that what you're going to do? You're going to have a theme for it?
Yeah, we're going to dress in black, and the bride is going to
in black.
is going to wear white clothes.
You're going to wear white clothes, and you're all dressed in.
Yes, because we are mourning her.
How sick. Do you understand how I'm using? I'm joking, of course, but do you understand how I'm using sick there? You know, you like kind of a sick joke. Now, ages ago, a lot of you weren't there. We did a workshop. I think you were there, Milena, when we were talking about books, and we were talking about descriptions of books. Now, I'm picturing this of a group of girls all dressed in black surrounding this beautiful girl dressed in white who's a bride, and immediately an adjective came to mind thinking about this scene. It's something which is quite spooky, cozy, bleak.
Bleak.
It's not, but I don't mean bleak. It looks like that, but it could. Right, I'll give you another expression here.
Haunting, no.
Well, it's a bit like if something is haunting, it sends chills down your spine. It chills down your spine. It could give you goosebumps, but you can get goosebumps in a good way, can't you? But no, it gives you the chills. It's chilling. The word
chilling.
The word I'm thinking of here, the scene. I can think of two words here actually, but the one which we did at the workshop begins with M. Milena, any? I'll start typing it. Can you all see my typing?
Not yet.
Yes, we can see.
We're there yet? Macabre. Macabre.
Ah,
Mhm.
Macabre.
macabre, you say.
It's
Hmm.
it's macabre, and it also,
It's Latin.
well, so many words come from it.
Yeah, I know you actually
It's not.
an incredible combination between Latin, German, and
This is English for you. The Latin could come from the Roman occupation, but it's more likely in this case, I would think it would come from the French, because it sounds like a French word. And the more formal speech used to be French, although the languages became amalgamated and the peasants spoke Anglo-Saxon. The phrasal verbs come from the Anglo-Saxon part of it, the more formal speech. Macabre.
You're right, it's more from French, yes.
What's the word in Italian?
Macabro.
Macabre. So, yeah, in French we'll have some. Spanish? Armando? Spanish?
Macabre.
Macabre.
Oh,
The
that's the
same.
same, macabre.
It's the same.
Yeah, thanks, Evelyn.
Yeah. Well, out of interest, May, what is it in Myanmar? Macabre.
I don't know.
Okay, all right. It's you don't have the same roots of the language. That's why I'm asking you, because language this side of the world have common origins. It's called Indo-European or something. But do you know what macabre means? It means bleak, means dark. A ghost story could be macabre. Okay, look up the meaning of it.
Spooky?
Sorry?
Spooky.
Is it the same as spooky?
Yes,
spooky.
But it is spooky, but not necessarily in the same way. Yeah.
Awful.
Awful? No, awful's too bland. It's too bland a word.
Gloomy.
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 It is gloomy. Yeah, the house could be gloomy, but macabre suggests something sinister as well to it. Okay. Ghost stories usually have a macabre setting, in a dark castle, dark rooms. That's macabre. Eva, out of interest, check.
Not a ghostly, is it? Or
No. What's the word for macabre? What would you?
We don't have a similar word for macabre in Czech.
So
there's one in Polish.
What's yours?
Macabra, but it's a noun, and if you want to use an adjective, it's makabryczny.
Okay, so you get close. Tanya.
Very close, yeah.
Tanya, you've got on similar to Polish. You've got that. What's your word for macabre?
No, we don't have something similar. It will be похмурый, жахливый, so it's nothing similar.
Right, and Evelyn, you will have something. Yeah, you'll have Spanish. Okay, right. So the other word I could think of, another word saying ghostly, could be what? Begins with G.
Ghoulish.
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 You said that. You've got a very good vocabulary, Alma. Well done. You see, you're spending all your time these days just reading because you don't have enough to do. That's what it is, Alma.
You nailed it.
I nailed it. I love that. You nailed it. Yeah, you hit the nail right on there. So, right. So what else takes part at this macabre party then, Evelyn?
Halloween.
Sorry, can you repeat?
What else takes place at this macabre party? Now you're dressed up in black and she's in white. What do you do?
We are having dinner in a restaurant, and then we're going to a disco. And that's it.
And that's it.
No more than that.
No more than that. No men involved.
Okay.
No men involved?
No, nothing. Nothing related to men.
Men are
just girls.
They're not in. It's just a good girls' night out. Right, Eva. What are your
May I
plans?
say something?
Yes, Amanda.
Yeah.
Oh, well, here in Coruña is quite similar. I have seen some of these parties, but because there is a very long promenade. All of the girls, yeah, they walk along the promenade, yeah, you know, wearing something not exactly black, but a special outfit or something special or a costume, and they walk along the promenade, and of course, many people turn to see them, but you know that they're having fun. They sing or they, I don't know, some chantings as well, and similar to the guys as well. But they were something different as well. But you know,
Yeah.
but the rest is quite similar. I know that after this, maybe they have dinner together. They go for a drink.
They have
Yeah.
if it's what's the equivalent of a hen night for men? What do they call it? Do you know?
Stag.
I think it is stag, no?
It's stag night.
Yeah, stag night.
Stag, like, you know, the male deer with the big antlers, like that. Yeah, just shoot. Stag night. You usually get drunk. I've only. What's the guy called who accompanies the groom? The groom is the guy getting married. Who stands alongside him? What's he called?
Best
The
man.
best man.
Best man.
And the bride as bridesmaid. I was only ever once best man to someone. He was a Navy officer many years ago, and I was a Marine officer, so it was all in uniform. And the night before, for some reason, it wasn't much of a stag party. There were only two of us in the hotel, and he wanted to drink, and I knew I just daren't start on it. And I was worried, actually, because we kept buying him drinks. I thought, is he going to make it to the altar? The altar? You know what I mean by altar?
Yes.
The altar in the morning.
Priest is standing.
But I was sitting there, keeping up with the drinks, but I was pouring my drinks onto the carpet. So I could, didn't do that later in life, but I was getting rid of it. Right. So, how did we get onto that? Yeah, Amanda asking the question. Eva, back to you.
About my plans?
Yeah, what are you doing?
We are going to the Housekeeping castle, and there's an exhibition of blacksmiths craft.
So you're going to what castle?
It's called Housekeeping. It's in the Czech Republic.
Okay, so say it again. We are going to
Housekeeping
to Housekeeping Castle to see
the exhibition.
An exhibition.
An exhibition of blacksmiths craft.
Yeah, blacksmiths craft. Okay. Don't know how else you could say it. Yeah, okay.
I have no idea about.
I don't know. Well, it is a craft, actually. It's a skill.
Craft.
It's also a trade.
Yeah.
It's artifacts. Artifacts. You find artifacts, things which are used by people in the blacksmith trade. So yes, it is a craft as well. Sounds very interesting. Yeah. Okay, blacksmith. What's the thing that blacksmiths are most famous for? What are they most famous for?
Swords.
Sorry?
Swords.
No, the horse's hoofs.
Yeah, the hooves. What do they make?
Oh, how is it?
Horseshoes.
They make horseshoes.
Horseshoes.
Which is one word. Okay, it's not two words. Horseshoe. All right.
Horseshoe.
and you yeah, horseshoes regarded as lucky for some reason. In the States, they had this throwing horseshoes competition where you land on this pole. And you'll see one about the pubs near where I was brought up. It's called the Three. So my granddad used to take me there. I had to wait outside playing in the garden while he went and drank beer. But I used to like going there. It's still open, the Three Horseshoes. So you go to the Blacksmiths exhibition. What day are you going? Saturday? Sunday?
Yes, on Saturday, probably, but maybe it will be too hot, so we will see. It's not sure 400, but we will see. It's hot here.
Yeah, we will see is a good expression. Okay, so we'll see. So we'll have a think about it. What will you do on Sunday?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know.
You could say, right, what could you say if you don't know then? What could you say if you've got nothing? You don't know.
I have no idea.
Have no idea.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing special.
We haven't decided yet.
We haven't decided. Just mess around.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tanya, Angela, did you say?
Yeah.
I asked. What did you say you were doing? Did I ask you?
No.
Go on, Angela. What are you going to do?
I think, or I hope that my weekend will be interesting or amazing. I hope so. Tomorrow I'm going to go to a restaurant with some friends of mine and with my family. We go for a pizza, perhaps. We are going to go for a pizza. On Saturday, with my family, we are going to go for a walk. And on Sunday, I think we are going to go to the beach because here it's boiling. It's very hot. So we will go on the beach, I think.
Yeah. Okay. You're doing. Yeah, we are going. You can use present continuous, of course, if you plan. You know, we're going, or we'll be going, or maybe we'll go. Probably we'll do this. Just kind of vary it a bit. But that was fine. You've got clear plans. Maria, what about you?
Okay, tomorrow night is Friday night, and we usually go out with our friends for a drink, for a beer. And on Saturday, I still don't know, maybe we are likely to go to the beach. It depends on the weather, or in the morning or in the late evening, because I like having a swim when it's at night. I find it really regenerating, no? And I can sleep better after a swim at night.
In the sea, not in
the sea.
It's an interesting word. Good word you use there. Regenerating.
Yeah, because it's how I feel now after a swim, and
yeah, I do. Normally, I wouldn't hear that in conversation, but it's a good one to use that because that's how you feel. Refreshing, yeah, regeneration, revive. Another word similar, reviving. You know, like you bring someone to like reviving, but regenerating is good there. So you go swimming in the sea.
In the sea.
Do you go skinny dipping?
Skinny dipping?
Skinny dipping.
What does it?
Lena's laughing here because she probably knows what it is.
Naked.
Sorry, what, Tanya?
Naked.
Not
Yeah.
naked.
Is it naked?
You meant no.
Naked.
You mean
Naked.
not Nate. Naked. Skinny dipping.
Naked.
Evelyn's mouth dropped open, her jaw dropped open, her mouth became open. That's what it's called. It's called skinny dipping. If you go joking with you, I'm sure you don't. You go skinny dipping. It's dark. No one can see you, so everyone just.
Oh no, there are a lot of people.
Yeah,
So
you can't go skinny dipping then.
no. And on Sunday, unfortunately, I work because it's August. I'm working all August at my restaurant. I have a small restaurant, and Sunday is
it's a busy time for you because it's Ferragosto, isn't it? So
yeah.
Armando, what's your plans?
Well, almost the same. Because, depending on the weather, I'm planning to go to the beach as well, because in August of the weekend I don't have to go to work, and well, initially to go to the beach, and of course here at home to do the housework. I try to study English or Italian almost every day, and I have to feed the cats, but no plans.
No other
plans. Yeah.
Say something strange. This morning I got a message from someone. It's on the Cambridge. It's on Laurelist site, the Cambridge Proficiency Exclusive, where I started a group, and I can't close it because I'm not admin anymore. Anyway, this lady called, I don't know where she comes from. She's called Lisbeth, but Liz. And I don't know what nationality is, but she sent me say, "Hi Steve, can you help me? I've decided I want to do some work as a housekeeper." She said, "Is that the right word?" And being a housekeeper is not the same as kind of looking after your house, okay? Being a housekeeper, because I keep reading or hearing, "Housekeeping, please." What's she asking? Right, she wants to so she wants to offer her services as a housekeeper, but what she keeps seeing is "housekeeping, please." So I have replied to her. What do you think I would have said to her? Her English didn't seem bad, okay? Now she's confused because she wants to do housekeeping. So I assume she wants to look after people's houses and do the housework for them. I think that's what she means. All right. Why does she keep? But she's confused. Is it called housekeeping because I keep seeing or hearing "housekeeping, please"? Tanya, any idea?
Well, maybe she runs a kind of company, and she's called it like housekeeping or something like that.
This housekeeping, she keeps saying it. Alma, have you got any ideas? She keeps saying.
I mean, to me, it sounds like maybe you're in a hotel. They actually knock and say, "Housekeeping, would you mind if I came in?" or something like that.
Exactly what I thought. That is exactly what I thought. I'd reply. I said, "You've read or heard something. Something could have said, 'Could you do my housekeeping, please?'" You know, I said, "It's just, you know, leave the please off." Or if I'm staying in a hotel, when I used to stay in hotels, I'd phone up and say, "Housekeeping, please. Can you come and collect my laundry?" Or, you know, or it might be room service, but usually if it was laundry, "Housekeeping, my room hasn't been serviced today." Oh, those were the days when I used to have room service and housekeeping. Yeah, "Housekeeping, please." So I thought, what a strange question. So you're going to do some housework because you're very domesticated, Armando. Yeah, we know that. By the way, earlier you said promenade.
Oh, sorry.
You said promenade. I would promenade is better. Okay. I'm trying to think if some people say promenade, but I haven't really. Promenade in the north. promenade. I would call it promenade rather than promenade. I'm being hesitant about this because you're making me think. You know, up in the north where I used to live, did they used to say promenade? I don't think they did. I think it was still promenade. It's promenade. But it could well be that in some parts of England they say promenade. You're safer with promenade, okay? May, what are your plans? I see you're now living in outer space.
Yes, actually the electricity went out. So the background was dark.
So what are you going to do this weekend?
Okay, in the morning I have some classes as usual, and in the evening on Saturday I will go to my in-laws' house, and on Sunday I will attend your Zoom class.
Oh yes, good. I will attend. Yeah, I will attend. Okay, I will. All right. Alma, how about you?
Unfortunately, very lame projects because, well, my husband will be working, and most of my friends are still on holiday. So it's gonna be difficult to arrange anything and hang out with them.
Say it first. You said very lame. Very what?
Lame.
L-A-M-E.
Lame.
No,
Very.
collocation doesn't work. Okay. You talk about a lame excuse. A lame horse.
You wouldn't talk about a lame project, a lame program, a lame weekend.
No, I wouldn't use it in it doesn't work for me. I don't think so. No, it doesn't really kind of go. You're better off saying
dull,
ordinary, dull, you know, boring, something like that. Good try. I'm glad you know lame. You know, it's the most obvious collocation is with excuse. Okay, it's a lame
excuse. Yeah.
A lame explanation. You know, it means it's not very convincing. Okay, so you're going to have a weekend.
An R&R? No, if you wanted to spin it positively, R&R.
R&R is, we used to use R&R in the military. You know, when I was in the military, we'd go on R&R, but you don't use it in civilian life. Rest and recreation. Is that what you mean?
You don't?
I've never heard it. No, I haven't. I haven't heard it used since I was in the Marines. What you doing this afternoon? R&R. I mean, it's so familiar to me because I remember it from those days. People would know what you're talking about, I guess, but not really.
So some house chores, and probably if I manage to have a early morning fitness walk, that would be great. But I still depends on the weather, depends whether I can find company.
We had this discussion the other day about I can't remember who was in the room about chores. Who was here when we were talking about chores? Any of you?
I think it would be.
I know. Well, maybe I know. I'll tell you what it was. It was on one of the Facebook threads. All right. And I said it's not a word that we use so often in Britain. And this lady came on. She said, well, she's not British, but she'd lived in the north of England for about 18 years. And they used to use it. And I said, well, fine if you did. But you won't normally hear British English people using it. We know what it is. You know what chores is. And maybe sometimes they will do it. I would use it in a different way. I'd say, what a chore. This is such a chore. Okay. It's something I don't like doing. But we'd normally use jobs. I've got a lot of jobs to do around the house. We use jobs for lots of things. And maybe, you know, maybe that's just me, but I wouldn't use, I'm trying to imagine what my daughter would say. I've got that. No, she wouldn't use chores. Neither would my ex. She'd say jobs. A lot of things. to do around the house. Okay. Has anyone got a garden?
I do.
You do, Milena. What
Yep.
do you do your gardening at the weekend?
I'm not. I don't think so. I'm not going to do too much gardening.
But do you?
Maybe tend to my roses if they need to.
It's a nice expression. Tend to. Okay. You got that one? Tend. What does tend to mean, Angela? What does she mean? Tend to.
I
Tend.
tend to is I try to, I
Tend to, not tend.
Want to?
yeah,
Tend to.
Likely to.
I try.
Hmm? Sorry, who spoke then?
Likely
I think
to. Sorry.
I can't tell who's talking. Angela, go on. What did you say?
yeah, I try. I tend to go
No, Milena.
no.
No, right. Maria, what does she mean? Tend.
To have a tendency to do something.
No, it doesn't. Did you tell
Probably to take care of.
Maria, did you tell me what you're doing this weekend? Did I ask you?
Yes, I told you.
What were you doing? I can't remember.
I'm working on Sunday.
Of course you did. Of course.
Yeah.
Right, now, this is why I'm asking you now, okay? It's not having a tendency. She tends to. Come on, vocabulary expert, Alma.
To look after.
It's beautiful, right? Look after, my word. I tend for my aging mother, my aging aunt.
Oh, sorry. The spelling is ATTEND.
No, right now. Wait a minute. What Milena?
I see. No, tend to. Okay, yeah.
Saying tend to.
Okay.
All right. And that's what we'd normally say. Now, to attend means to be present.
No, I think she was saying attempt to.
No, tend.
The French is it attendre? Was it the Italian? Attend, it means kind of wait. So you tend. She attends to a rose. She tends for her roses. She tends to them. You can use both. To tend to is to give attention to. Tend for is to look after. Bit complicated, this isn't. But you get away with using either. But you could use attend. I wouldn't use it for roses though. I attend to my mother's needs. You could use it in that way. So you tend to your roses. What do you do with roses?
When there are some faded flowers, I have to cut them. Okay. And when there are some new bunches, I cannot let them go anywhere they want. They have to be attached to, and I don't know the word, supports the roses, because these are climbers.
I love climbers, yes. So they have to be attached to netting or to or to a trellis.
The netting, yeah, I have to attach them to the netting so that
trellis work like that. Okay, you said something earlier. You made a mistake, and I can't. It's gone from me now. The bunches. I don't know what you mean by bunches.
Branches.
Oh, branches. I thought you said bunches.
No.
Okay. No. Okay. Right. Branches. When you cut the dead flowers off, you deadhead them. I suppose this is only of interest if you're gardeners, but you deadhead. Okay, you deadhead them. So on the beach, as many of you seem to be going to the beach, Evelyn's not, because she's playing Macabre games. She's going blacksmithing. Maria, Armando, Maria might not get a chance. Angela might go there. May won't be going to the beach. What do you do? So you'll have to listen in, the rest of you, and find out what they do on the beach. This is not really your environment, May, but well, let's see what they do on the beach. What do you... Tanya, you must go to the beach sometimes. I don't think of Germany as having beach. Certainly you did in Ukraine.
Yeah, but it's, well, it's not an ordinary beach, you know, here in the northern part. It looks like you go to the beach, but you do not swim there. Only just some people who can stand the really cold water. So I used to do it once and not anymore.
It's
Because
like, it's like almost near the Baltic, isn't it? I know that coastline because I remember going there for a conference when I worked for a German company. It was based in Hamburg, but we went. God, I had to drive. That's how.
Yeah, it's 2 hours close to Hamburg. You are right. It's like directly on the border with the Denmark.
And it had. I remember it had kind of sandy beaches and dunes, sand dunes.
Yeah, so the beaches is everything great, but the water is so cold, freezing cold, and all I do there, so I can lie in the sun, I can play beach volleyball with my son, or just badminton or something, just to entertain him.
Okay, right. Armando, what do you do when you're on the beach wearing your funny hat?
Well, I just lie down on the sand, and I try to swim. Well, almost only for a short time, yeah, you know, because I'm not. I'm not in very good shape.
Not what? Very good shape. So, all right, you're not in very good shape. So you're lying there. What are you doing? Okay. What's it
I
called?
sunbathe, yeah, just sunbathe, yeah.
So you're fortunate, you've got lovely weather. What are you doing with the sun?
Catching the sun.
But you're catching the sun. Now you catch.
You sunbathe.
Now, yeah, oh yeah, we know you sunbathe. Okay. When you say you catch the sun, you don't say I'm going onto the beach to catch the sun. Usually, well, I mean, you could do. You usually say when someone comes in and have been out, or you're with them on the beach, you should put some sun lotion on, some sun lotion on. Catching the sun, you've caught the sun. Someone comes home, you've got a bit of a red face or brown. Oh, you've really caught the sun today. That's how we use it. So you're lying in on the beach, you're soaking up the sun.
No, you're soaking up the sun. No, that's right.
So you're languish. This is a lovely word, isn't it? You're languishing in the sun. Hasn't that got a lovely sound to it? Just thought of that, actually. I think poets use that. To languish. Do you know that word?
This one.
Yes, that's it. Languish. You're languishing in the sun. Probably wouldn't use it very much in conversation, actually. Might do. Languish in the sun. So you're soaking up the sun. You lie on a what? You lie on the beach. Do you lie on the sand?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't like lying on the sun. I lie on a sunbed. Okay. Sand gets everywhere. Gets between your toes and everything. The children like going on the beach.
Yeah, and actually it depends. For example, if there are some children around, sometimes we go paddle surfing. Something easy for me. Or sometimes we play cards as well.
Paddle boarding, isn't it? Paddle boarding or paddle surfing. What do kids like doing on the beach?
My son likes some playing with water and also doing some castle. Sandcastle.
Aching sandcastle.
Ah, yeah.
You have a beach in Yangon? You've got a beach?
No, not in Yangon. The nearest one is like a 6-hour drive.
Gosh, 6 hours is a long way to go. They make sandcastles. My dad, who was a very good artist, used to make lovely sandcastles. You know, we put flags in them. He also used to make us a sand car. It was a car made out of sand, shaped like a sand, and then the bucket would be the steering wheel. It was all a bit boring, really, because he would take about 2 hours doing this, and then me and my sister would sit in it, and we got nowhere to go. But yeah, we also made sand pies. When kids go into the water, or they can swim, what do they do at the edge of the water? What do they do when they go in?
I
Splash?
saw. Sorry.
Armando used the word in actual fact, because you talk about paddle boats. So they go.
Splish, splosh, splash.
Yeah, there's some splish.
Oh.
They splash about in the water, don't they? So they splash about.
Yeah.
They paddle, you know, and they paddle. Okay. What do you eat? What do you eat on the beach?
Seafood.
Sorry? Seafood?
Seafood.
Snacks.
Huh? What?
Grilled fish.
Crayfish.
I prefer eating fruit.
Yes, crayfish, prawns, and so on. But no,
Yes, prawns.
one thing which came to me was ice cream. But then sand gets in your ice cream, so it's all gritty. All right. Who likes swimming in the sea? You
I
do
like swimming.
like swimming in the sea. Does it frighten you at all?
Yeah.
Tanya's nodding her head. What frightens you about it?
Yeah, you know, I've got my own style of swimming. So normally people swim just forward, yeah, and I swim just along the beach, just as far as I can touch the bottom of the sea. I'm confident and I can swim. When I can not touch it anymore, so I feel really like I'm in a panic. Yeah, there is something to do about it. And if I can see just big waves and somebody will splash me, I wouldn't just stop panic, and I wouldn't have breathe enough to swim. So that's why I'm not a really good swimmer.
That story, I know just what you mean. I can identify with that. I like swimming. I can swim, I suppose, quite a long way. I'm certainly not a fast swimmer. I mean, I kind of splash all over the place. But when I've gone out from the beach and I'm swimming, and it depends on how fast the beach, we call it shelves, slopes, you know, because if it shelves quickly like that, you suddenly find you can't touch the bottom. Let me get back. Okay, that's the thing. Let me get back where I can touch the bottom. How about you, Armando, when you're in the water? Are you all right in deep water?
Yeah, I usually do it, but the idea is, in my case, I try not to get too far to the shore.
What do we call it when you go too far out, and it could be dangerous for you? And you can use this idiom for other situations. You've gone too far out. Okay.
You've gone too far.
You've gone into deep water.
No idea.
You're out of your depth.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you're out of your depth. You could be out of your depth in a job. You don't understand it. All right. Evelyn's nodding her head. That one you heard, you know that one. Okay.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you're out of your depth.
It's beyond my knowledge.
So say it again.
It's beyond my knowledge, and I can't understand it.
Cope. You can't cope. Maybe you can't understand. You can't cope. You're out of your depth, and in the job that you're doing. Trying to fix electricity, I wouldn't do it. It's out of my depth. I mean, I don't understand it. I'm just giving you a simple example. Things like that.
Also, think you say.
If Evelyn asked me to taste a wine and tell her if it was wine or good, I'd say, I'm sorry, it tastes all right to me. I'm completely out of my depth. I've got no idea. So you can apply it to anything. Supposing you're in trouble, okay? So we'll use the sea as an analogy here. You're in trouble about something.
I'm drowning here, no? You say also.
Well, yeah, that would mean you're busy, okay?
Oh, right.
Drowning, and you could
It's
also
more...
you could also be swamped by something, but that's not really
No, that's another meaning then. Yes.
You see, no, you're in. Okay, you've got problems. Okay, it could be with the police. It could be with a problem you're trying to solve. I'm in. Think of out of your depth. Come on, Milena. Think of out of your depth. You're in what? Out of your depth means you're in what kind of water?
In deep waters.
Who said that?
I said that.
Deep water, not waters.
Water, yeah. Deep water.
Deep water. Okay. What's the opposite of deep water?
Shallow.
Shallow.
How else could we use shallow?
Superficial.
Low
of a
water.
character.
Low water.
Low water when you're talking about a tide. Okay. It's ebb and flow back and forth. Shallow, superficial. We covered shallow, I think, when we were talking about books at one stage, and films. You find the plot. Fairly shallow, superficial. Right, stay in the sea. You're going against other people's opinions. Use
against the tide.
Yeah, you're going against the tide. You're swimming against the tide. Okay.
I was wondering, what are you going to do next weekend? Because you asked us, yes, and we didn't ask you.
That's a good one.
Good point. Good.
Yeah.
I have no plans. Well, I do. I was going to say I have no idea. I do have an idea. Each day of the week is pretty much the same to me, except I will have no. Well, I'm not doing very many lessons at the moment. I've got on Sunday. I've got the workshop with you. Okay, so that's my highlight of the weekend. I've got that to look forward to. But no, nothing. My life is highly boring. Because I live alone, and this is not for you to feel sorry for myself. It's just kind of true. I live alone. I'm not going out. I don't see anyone. Daughter, well, I don't see very much of anywhere, and grandkids are all away in Spain, enjoying the lovely weather you've got out there, Armando. So I'll be here on the computer. Anyway.
Do you have
You
pets?
spend time reading, boss?
Do you know, I used to love reading. I used to be always reading, and I've done so little reading because I've spent too much time on the computer and doing things with English. And it's taken over, not overtaken. It's overtaken? Not really. It's taken over my life a bit. The other thing I enjoy doing is playing my music, playing guitar and piano and singing and recording. I'm not even doing that at the moment. And I'm not going out much because I haven't been feeling too well. As my nurse May knows, she checks in with me every day saying, "How are you? Are you all right?" I said, shut up, stop asking me, stop asking me. So I don't, yeah, so I'm okay. I'll be all right. Don't worry. No, I've got, you know, I've got no dates. You know, I'm not doing anything as exciting as.
Why don't you go to Spain to meet with your granddaughter?
They didn't invite me, and I've got no money. Granny goes because she does the looking after the kids. Okay, and I can't afford to go, and I don't feel like traveling at the moment anyway. But I must admit, if you could pick me up, and I'm going to use a word you won't know here, and plonk me, P-L-O-N-K, plonk me on a beach, I would be happy. Give me a nice bottle of water, probably a flask of coffee or something like that, some snacks, and a book, and a camp bed, the sea close by, so I can keep going in to cool off. I won't do a very serious swim. Then back to the sunbed. Yeah, I'm in seventh heaven. All right? Do you know that expression? I'm in seventh.
Very happy.
Very happy.
Very happy. Very relaxed. I'm in seventh heaven. I don't. Who's that creeping around you, Angela? Is someone next to you, Angela?
Yes, there is my daughter.
Come on, let's see. Did we see her once before?
She doesn't want to.
How old is she?
She's 8 years old.
Did we see her once before? We saw someone's child. I can't remember. What's her name?
Her name is Miriam.
Miriam, come on.
Miriam,
let's look at
come
you.
here.
She gone.
She's
I've seen you before. You're behind Mama.
Beautiful.
Okay. Come stai?
Come stai? Rispondi.
Bene?
In English.
Good? Say, I'm good.
Diglielo in inglese.
You wanna come here? You wanna?
Thank you.
Come here. Liva.
Dai, I'm fine. I'm good. Thank you.
Do you like school?
Yes.
Do you like holiday?
Rispondi. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay. So what were we talking about before we finish? What did we get on to?
We're talking about your weekend. How old are your granddaughter?
She's 10, going on 17, or sometimes 10, back to 5. She's that age. Yeah, she's just had her ears pierced. Mum allowed her to do it. All right. So
ears pierced.
The ear pierced, yes. Okay.
She had to wait 3 weeks before it healed, before she could have some earrings. So Granddad's had bought her some earrings. So she's got the earrings. She's not, she's not quite a teen yet. So she can be found wanting to look nice in the earrings. And the next time you'd find it in her room playing with her dolls. Not with the dolls, but something like that. It's that kind of age. And my grandson is 13. He's only little, but They speak in teen language when they text to each other. Are you okay? Okay. Good. It's all shorthand.
In language.
That's true. That's true.
Bardo, air sticks up. I don't mean I hate him. I hate that age. I think both boys and girls, it's not easy. Boys are all trying to be kind of tough, and girls in a different kind of way. No, I think puberty is not good. Just
for the faint of heart. Or heart fainted, yeah.
Sorry, say it again.
It's not for the faint of heart. I mean, you need to be strong
to deal with them. Okay.
Yes.
Dealing with teens is not for the faint of heart. Yes, that's a very good one. I mean, last time I was up a few weeks ago, because my second daughter was back from Colombia on holiday, so I went up, and the two grandchildren. Oh God Almighty! I don't know if Alma's. Have you got anyone got grandchildren? Have you got grandchildren? No, you have it. You're not. You're too young. When they're not your own, it's like when you see other people's kids, you think, if they were mine, all right, but you can't. And even though they're my grandkids, after time, I have to bite my tongue, right? Bite my tongue, because they have. I'd be giving them a stiffer reprimand. Right, so but I have to take it carefully, and they're both as bad. Let's forget this one. They're both as bad as each other. You know that expression? Okay, there's a very common expression. This one. They're both as bad as each other. You don't just use it about kids. You can hear adults talking, blaming each other. You're as bad as each other. Or you're doing something wrong together. You're as bad as each other. You're doing these things. No one is worse than the other. No one is better than the other. And it's true with these two. My grandson, Joe, will suddenly shove into my granddaughter just to annoy her. And she reacts, and then he, let me go home. No. Yeah. So yes, that's why I'd love to be on a beach, soaking up the sun. I'd be in seventh heaven. I do like active pursuits as well. A long time since I've been, if I had the money, I'd go sailing. I used to enjoy that. And years and years ago, I used to do water skiing. And in the winter, when I was younger, I always used to prefer skiing holidays, which I was asking you. Who was it? Who was talking about mountains? Who said skiing? It was you, Tanya, was it?
No, Evelyn, I guess.
It's Evelyn. Sorry, yes, yeah, mountains. I used to love skiing, and it's years since I've been. And the last time I went skiing was summer skiing in Italy, which was a disaster because we had to travel on a coach about 3 hours to this mountain which was on a glacier, and by midday the snow was too slushy, so we had too much. The last time I went, and it was mainly Italy I went to Livigno, Chiesa, Macabre, somewhere else, and once to Switzerland, and to Spain. I went to Spain once, and that was a bit of a disaster because there wasn't enough snow. And so we were having to get on a coach every day from the resort to travel 3 hours to go skiing, and then 3 hours back. So it's not very good. Are you a good skier, Evelyn?
No, I'm really bad at skiing. I suck. Yeah.
So American. I suck. You can say it, but it really is. Yeah, I suppose we do. You hear people that I wouldn't use it. I'd just say I'm useless. Okay, I'm useless. I'm not good at it. I say, but you can say Americans say, reason why you shouldn't just use British English. I suck at it. I wasn't too bad. I got past the snowplow stage, but I don't know if I could do proper parallels. It was like stem turns or something. So right, before we finish, I'll give you a couple of vocabulary words. I once came a cropper. I was going far.
Excuse me? Sorry? Which one?
I came a cropper. I think that means I was going fast down a mountainside. And I was going faster than I was capable of doing. I basically fell. I somersaulted. All right. I fell off. To come a cropper, it means that you have an accident, right? You come a cropper. It's usually in this kind of way. You come a cropper. And I was tumbling. My arms and legs, you remember you've got skis on, were, I don't think you will know this.
Upside down?
Well, they were upside down. But they were.
Maybe she fell badly or something.
They were flailing.
Oh.
Okay, your arm, your flame, you're moving around, you flay. There's another word which is similar to that, and that is flay, F-L-A-Y. If you flay someone, it means you whip them. No, you take the skin off them, basically. That's the thing. But flailing, you can flail in an exam. You can flail studying. You find it difficult. I think I'm used to this, right? My arms and legs were flailing. Flailing all around. It was all momentarily. It happened in a split second. Right. So I landed.
What happened?
I landed. Sorry, mate.
Yes. And what happened to your body?
I landed in a heap.
In a heap? Yeah.
Yeah, in a heap.
Landed in.
It was snow.
Heap.
Yes.
Expression. I landed in a heap. Yep, Milena, we're going to say something. Oh, she's saying goodbye. I landed in a heap. I landed in a messy heap. It's just an expression. When you land, your foot's, you know what it's like. You've been skiing, Evelyn. You've got skis on. So you've got one ski sticking up like this and one ski sticking out like that. You land in a heap. You land in a heap. You land in a mess, basically. And I cut myself. And I remember now the reason I was going fast is first daughter I was talking about. She was only 4.5 years old. She wasn't quite 5. And I'd taken her with me. And this was Switzerland. And she was at nursery. And I was supposed to be picking her up. And I was at the top of the mountain. And I was going fast because I knew the nursery was supposed to be closing. So I was trying to get back to pick Becky up. But, I'd got cuts all over myself. But I did used to love it. Yes, it was very nice. I don't think I could manage it now. I find it difficult enough to get up off a sofa, never mind go skiing. That's a very typical English expression. I find it difficult enough. I find it hard enough to do this. See, I'm trying to speak naturally to you. It's how we talk. I find it hard enough to do this. I find it hard enough to understand what she's saying. Never mind do that. These are fixed expressions. It's not a phrasal verb. It's just an expression. I find it hard enough. I find it difficult enough. I find it too much effort. I can't be doing with it. I can't be doing with it. It means I can't be bothered with it. I can't be doing with that. I can't be doing with him. Okay. I can't be bothered. There's so many of them. Well, there we are. A good 2 hours, and we've talked about absolute nothing.
Oh, we learned a lot.
But we're talking about your weekends, but that's what it.
But we have been everywhere, on the beach, on the mountains. It's just a good way to, we're sitting just in Zoom, but it was kind of, we could travel, we could, well, there isn't one word when you can magically from
Teleport?
teleport. Yeah, you are right. So we can teleport. I just felt the snow and the beach sand, everything with my imagination.
You can stay, and I have a lovely English friend who spends a lot of time in Canada. I haven't seen her for years. Carol. She used to love it when I was doing all the traveling, and I would post things on Facebook. And she said, "I love your post, Steve, because I travel with you vicariously." And it means in her thoughts, she could be there as well. So, well, I'm glad I've transported you to these places, Tanya. That's so.
Yeah, thanks a lot. It was a wonderful journey, I must say. Because I used to ski as well. 11 years old when I was married here. So I used to ski with my friends, and then never more with my family. But I was lucky to do it once before the war started. So I was, it was winter time, and I was lucky just to do it 1 month before it. And I was just back with my memories with this lovely journey when my child was first time skiing, and he was really good at it with my husband, just like happy moments all together. Without any bad thoughts,
This one had some good times skiing. This one was the best one. I think maybe because that I used to go with my wife. That there was the kids' grandma, but with Becky, because the trouble is, she was in a nursery, and the lady who ran the nursery didn't speak any English. She only spoke French. So there I was trying to remember my schoolboy French to communicate with her. So they did skiing lessons, but there used to be this, Becky remembers it to this day. There was something in the gardens of this nursery. I can't remember. It was a clown or something, and it was so big it used to scare her. And she didn't want to go to nursery every day. And I remember there was one afternoon, I picked her up and we came back for lunch, and I was going to go skiing again. And I still remind her of this. She wanted to play this game. She was only 4 years old. We sit on the balcony and said, "Daddy, I don't want to go skiing. I don't want to go to nursery." "Okay, I just want to stay with you, Daddy." I said, "Come on, you're going to go skiing." "No, I want to stay with you." This is a child, right? And this just made me laugh. "I just want to stay with you because I love you so much." And it didn't matter that,
so sweet.
Really loved her. It was soft soaping me. Have you heard of that expression?
Soaping, yeah. We have the same expression in Ukrainian, and what it sounds not, but direct meaning.
Soft spoken, soft,
yeah,
soft soaping. Going, "Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, yeah, you're so nice. So I don't have to do it, do I? You can do it instead." And kids are very good at doing. So we spent the afternoon in the hotel, and she's got other memories of it all. So I didn't get as much skiing done as I intended, but at least I achieved something, because at the end of the week she could ski about in a basic way, and so she's been since then. And the last time I was with her was a disastrous one in Spain. We were together on top of this mountain, and she suddenly disappeared over a ridge, and she was going down fast, and I couldn't catch up with her. So Evelyn's gone as well. Everyone's gone. Right, I'm sorry I kept you late. I'll let you all go, and hopefully I will see some of you on Sunday. Okay. It was a nice, gentle chat, that, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah,
Enjoyed it.
it
Yes.
was a lovely one.
Can we say it's a pang of nostalgia?
Yeah.
All right. Who's coming on Sunday? Who will I see on Sunday?
I think I am.
I'll try to join.
All right.
I
Okay.
can't.
Maria, you can't now. Eva?
I will go. Yeah, for sure.
You will come. Not I will go. You will come. I will come.
Yes, I will come. Yeah.
See you on Sunday.
Thank you.
Not join, but better come. Yeah, to say.
Sorry?
Not join, but better to say I'll come. You're not join.
Join. You're saying join.
Yeah. Is it all right to say I'll join, or shall I say I'll come?
Come. I'll be there. I'll come.
I'll be there. Okay.
Not join, because you're joining for the first. That's like when you're joining for the first time. I'll be there. I'll come. Yeah. You'll see me. Yeah, I'll be there. You could say, if you want to be kind, you say, yes, I wouldn't miss it. I wouldn't miss it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't miss it.
That's exactly what we need.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you
Thanks a lot.
Bye. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Have a splendid
Thank you, Steve.
evening. Bye.
Ciao.
See you Sunday.